Have you ever wondered if the common uses of Vaseline might not be as beneficial as we think? A question that might have crossed your mind, maybe once or twice, but have you ever dived deeper into it? Let's take a plunge into this topic today. Vaseline, also known as petroleum jelly, has been a staple in many households for generations. It's a go-to remedy for chapped lips, a quick salve for minor burns and cuts, and a reliable moisturizer for dry skin. It's even used as a makeup remover by some. The versatility of Vaseline is undeniable, and its benefits are widely touted. But is there a side to this glossy substance that we might be overlooking? As we peel back the layers of this seemingly innocuous product, we begin to uncover a different narrative. A narrative that's less about the glossy shine it imparts to our skin, and more about the potential risks and impacts it carries. You see, Vaseline is a byproduct of the oil industry. It's derived from petroleum, a fossil fuel, and while it's refined and purified before it finds its way into our homes, its origins are inextricably linked to an industry that has far-reaching environmental and health implications. Moreover, while Vaseline forms a protective barrier on the skin, this very property might not be as beneficial as it seems. It creates a seal that can trap dirt and bacteria, potentially exacerbating skin issues instead of resolving them. Also, it's worth noting that Vaseline doesn't actually moisturize. It merely locks in existing moisture, which can be beneficial in certain situations, but it's not a solution for dry or dehydrated skin. If you're applying it to already dry skin, you might just be sealing in the dryness. These points are merely the tip of the iceberg. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll uncover more about the potential downsides of this ubiquitous product. Peeling back the layers, we start to reveal a different story about Vaseline. So buckle up as we embark on this journey of unmasking Vaseline. The picture might not be as glossy as it seems. Scene script, let's dive right into the first negative aspect of Vaseline, its effect on the skin. You see, Vaseline is an occlusive moisturizer, which means it forms a physical barrier on your skin to lock in moisture. Sounds great, right? Well, not exactly. This barrier can also trap dirt, sweat, bacteria and other impurities, potentially clogging your pores. And clogged pores, as we all know, are the perfect breeding ground for acne and skin irritations. But wait, there's more. Vaseline also interferes with your skin's natural detoxification process. Your skin is a living, breathing organ. It needs to breathe to sweat out toxins, to naturally exfoliate dead skin cells. But when you slather on a thick layer of Vaseline, you're effectively suffocating your skin. Sure, it might feel softer and smoother in the short term, but in the long run, you could be doing more harm than good. Moreover, if you have a condition like rosacea or acne, using Vaseline might exacerbate your symptoms. That's because it can trap heat, leading to increased redness and inflammation. Now, it's important to note that everyone's skin is different. Some people might use Vaseline for years and never experience any of these issues, but for others, especially those with sensitive or acne-prone skin, using Vaseline can lead to a whole host of problems. And it's not just your face that could be affected. Using Vaseline on your body can lead to similar issues. Imagine slathering on a thick layer of Vaseline before a workout. You'll be trapping sweat and bacteria right against your skin, creating the perfect environment for body acne and skin irritations. So, as it turns out, Vaseline might not be the skin savior we've come to believe. There's a dark side to this seemingly innocent jar of petroleum jelly, and it's important that we all understand what we're putting on our bodies and the potential effects it could have. Because when it comes to skincare, knowledge really is power. Moving beyond our skin, let's talk about how Vaseline impacts the environment. Vaseline, a common household item found in many of our cabinets, is a byproduct of the oil refining process. This fact alone should raise eyebrows. Oil refining is a major contributor to environmental pollution, with the production and consumption of petroleum products releasing a significant amount of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases are largely responsible for the current global warming crisis we're experiencing, and Vaseline, as a derivative of this process, is indirectly contributing to this issue. Every jar of Vaseline that we purchase supports an industry that is causing harm to our environment. We may not see the direct link, but it's there, lurking underneath the glossy surface of this seemingly benign product. But the environmental concerns don't stop at production. Vaseline is non-biodegradable. This means it doesn't break down naturally in the environment. When we dispose of it, it doesn't just disappear. Instead, it lingers, potentially for hundreds of years, clogging up landfills and seeping into our soil and waterways. And it's not just the Vaseline product itself that's the problem. The packaging, usually made of plastic, adds to the pile of non-recyclable waste that our planet is struggling to manage. This is a double blow to our environment. On one hand, we have the petroleum jelly that refuses to break down, and on the other we have the plastic container it comes in, another non-biodegradable culprit. Furthermore, the extraction and refining of petroleum, the raw material for Vaseline, often result in oil spills which devastate marine life and ecosystems. These spills can take years, even decades, to clean up, and the ecological damage they cause can last even longer. We're not saying you should immediately toss out that jar of Vaseline you have at home, but it's essential to be aware of the broader implications of our choices. Every product we buy has an environmental cost, and sometimes, like with Vaseline, that cost is higher than we might think. Our seemingly harmless jar of Vaseline carries a heavier environmental footprint than we might have imagined. But what about our health? Can Vaseline be harmful to us in more direct ways? Let's take a moment to delve into that question. It may surprise you to learn that Vaseline, a common household item, can indeed pose certain health risks if misused. One key concern is the potential for lipid pneumonia, a rare condition that can occur if Vaseline is ingested or inhaled. This happens when small droplets of the petroleum jelly find their way into the lungs, leading to inflammation as the body struggles to break down the foreign substance. Symptoms can include persistent cough, shortness of breath, and chest pain. While it's not common, the fact that it's even a possibility should give us pause. Now, let's look at another angle. Vaseline goes through a refining process to remove impurities. However, this process is not foolproof, and there's a chance that hydrocarbons, a group of potentially harmful chemicals, may still be present in the final product. These hydrocarbons, if absorbed into the body, can disrupt endocrine function. The endocrine system, as you may know, is responsible for producing and regulating hormones that control a wide range of bodily functions, from metabolism to growth and development. Disruptions in this system can lead to a host of health problems, including hormonal imbalances and metabolic disorders. The risk is particularly high for those who use Vaseline as a regular part of their beauty routine, as prolonged exposure can increase the chance of these hydrocarbons being absorbed into the body. It's also worth noting that while Vaseline is generally safe for external use, it should never be used internally or on open wounds, as this can increase the risk of infection. In essence, while Vaseline can be a useful tool in our daily lives, it's crucial to remember that it's not entirely risk-free. It's always wise to use such products with caution and to seek out safer, more natural alternatives where possible. The risks associated with Vaseline stretch far beyond just skin deep. So where does all this leave us with Vaseline? There's no denying that Vaseline has been a staple in many households for generations. It's been used for everything from soothing dry skin to removing makeup. But as we've seen today, there's a hidden side to this seemingly benign product. We've delved into the darker aspects of Vaseline, unmasking its potential environmental and health risks. We've learned that while it may be a quick fix for dry skin, its petroleum-based formula is not without its issues. From the environmental impact of petroleum extraction to the potential for clogging pores and causing breakouts, Vaseline isn't quite the harmless salve we've all grown up believing. Most concerning is the potential health risk associated with long-term use. While the immediate effects may seem minimal, the potential for harmful build-up in our bodies over time cannot be overlooked. And let's not forget about the environmental concerns. The petroleum industry is a major contributor to global warming and environmental pollution, and by using petroleum-based products like Vaseline, we're indirectly supporting these destructive practices. But don't despair. There are alternatives to Vaseline that are both safer for our bodies and friendlier to our planet. Consider products made with natural oils like coconut, shea, or jojoba. These oils provide similar moisturizing benefits without the potential risks associated with petroleum products. Additionally, they're typically sourced in more sustainable and environmentally friendly ways. In conclusion, the choice is yours. Armed with this knowledge, you can make informed decisions about the products you choose to use. Remember, it's not just about immediate results, but also about long-term health and environmental impact. Next time you reach for that familiar jar of Vaseline, remember, there's more to it than meets the eye.